beautiful is she? Like, is she not to die?
This small handbag you just saw can easily cost you over $30,000. But instead of being outraged at prices like this, there are people saving for months or even years.
I will have money coming out of my check and going immediately into another account so that I don't even see it.
To buy watches.
How much are like all the watches combined?
Maybe like 300 grand.
Oh my God.
It's like an addiction. Once you buy one, it just keeps coming.
Shoes.
I love them so much that I got them in the nude and the black.
And yes, handbags.
Louis Vuitton released an airplane bag for $39,000. You know, with $39,000, you can actually get a small plane of your own.
But if they all knew the reality behind luxury brands, I bet many of them would make a different choice. Brace yourself as we expose 6 dark truths about luxury brands. Number 1. Luxury brands ruin their clothes on purpose. If at the end of the season there are any products they haven't sold, these companies destroy them.
They slash them up so you can't, I guess, resell them or try to return them or something for money.
These brands want to seem exclusive, so many prefer to slash or burn their stuff rather than even discount it.
Burberry takes extreme measures to protect its brand by burning millions of dollars worth of unsold merchandise.
So the true price of that exclusivity is just being incredibly wasteful. Number 2. Luxury brands exploit their workers. Many people think these brands have such high prices because they treat their workers better than fast fashion labels. But just look at the number. These non-profit scored brands based on how much they were preventing forced labor. The maximum score was 100, but Hermes scored 12, Prada got 9, and Louis Vuitton got only 6, again out of 100. So you're telling me that these companies charge you thousands of dollars for even the smallest item, but they can't afford to look after their workers. And it doesn't stop there. Many of these brands have made in Italy labels that make you believe their products are being made in Italian workshops. But in some cases, that couldn't be further from the truth. Many of these products are made in huge factories by immigrant workers who are paid as little as €3 an hour and risk being beaten if they made mistakes. These poor people work long days, they don't have insurance and have no way to complain if they get paid late or not at all. Now, where is the luxury in that? Number 3. The quality of luxury brands doesn't always match the price. These labels argue that their prices are so high because each of their products is made carefully with great care and attention. And sometimes that might be the case, but many other times this is what happens.
You can see the material is extremely sheer, that there's a lot of manufacturing quality control issues. Do not get this bag. If you look at it the wrong way, it will scratch. You can see that the insole is lifting. It almost looks like those straps are hiking it up. Over time, what will happen is a lot of dirt and dust will be trapped under that hole here.
Many of these products need constant repairs, making you spend even more money on them. You might save for months to get them, but how long will they really last? And that's not all, because a lot of these are uncomfortable or even painful to wear.
I wore them out of the store and then promptly fell on my face.
I call them the lipstick holder because literally this is the only thing that I carry inside my mini Kelly.
Golden Goose hurt your feet, especially the ones with sparkles. It's like blood every time I wear these.
Most people would immediately stop shopping at a regular brand if the products were this uncomfortable. But with luxury, it seems like you are the one that has to adapt to the product. Number 4. You have to prove yourself to these brands before they let you buy their star product. Do you want an expensive fancy bag? Well, you can contact a reseller and get it for an even more inflated price. Or you can put in effort for months or even years so that the official store considers letting you buy one. In order to prove to the store that you are a true worthy customer, first you need to have a purchase history with the brand. Basically, you need to buy several of their products before they let you buy the bag.
My game plan was to, wear a lot of my Hermes items to show that, hey, I'm an Hermes customer. And I'm wearing my 2-click H bracelet. I've got on my Hermes Kelly belt. I've got on my Hermes CDC belt. I'm wearing my Twilly around my neck.
And when you visit the store, you need to dress well and show knowledge of the entire Hermes line. Once you finally get the chance to buy a bag, you might not have a lot of choice when it comes to style and color, and yet they cost tens of thousands of dollars. And this doesn't only happen with Hermes.
And I was on the waiting list for about 4 months before I got a call about this watch. And the thing is, they only give you like 2 seconds to say yes or no.
I have no idea what I'm gonna say when I actually get into the authorized dealer. Like, I can't just be myself. I have to make up a story about my life.
Luxury brands rely on what is called manufactured exclusivity. They create limited editions and hard-to-get items to make you feel like you need to buy them, even if it means spending a lot more than you planned.
This one is, they have been made 80 worldwide. This is the number 56. That there are 80 pieces all over the world, spread in all our locations.
Hiya. Before we go back to the video, if you could please do me a favor and subscribe to After Nightfall right now, I would appreciate it. We are currently at 17,000 subscribers and we want to reach 100k by the end of the year. So if you appreciate what we do and you agree with some of the people who comment that After Nightfall is one of the most underrated channels on YouTube, then help us out, get us up in the algorithm and subscribe right now. Thank you so much. Number 5. Luxury brands manipulate you. Did you know there's something called the Pretty Woman effect? So in the movie Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts' character is disrespected at a luxury store.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
And this also happens in real life. If a worker is rude to you at a regular store, you would probably leave swearing you'll never buy anything from them. But with luxury, it's the opposite. A study shows that being rejected at a designer store increases our desire to buy there, as if we had something to prove. So being rude to you can literally benefit them.
Their entire marketing strategy seems to be to offend and get some kind of a reaction out of you and then buy from them.
Right. And that's not all. It seems like being in a luxury environment with a big brand name already confuses you and makes you willing to pay more. This discount shoe company, Payless, played a prank on their customers. They decorated their store as if it was designer and even gave it an elegant Italian name.
Welcome to Palessi. We even hired a full team of sales associates. Then we filled all the shelves with Payless shoes and jacked up our prices.
Then they priced their discount shoes at hundreds of dollars. And yet, people were more than willing to pay for them.
Shoes sold for $250, $400, and even $600.
Of course, I acknowledge that everyone's reasons for buying designer are different. But are you really paying for the product or just the idea of luxury? Number 6. Luxury brands have a history of shady campaigns. A lot of these brands like to use controversial stuff to get people to talk about them. And in many cases, they cross the line. In 2022, Balenciaga released completely inappropriate ad campaigns that seemed to put children at risk.
Over the luxury fashion brand's ad campaign that shows kids holding teddy bears dressed in leather bondage gear.
But look closely, under the purse. That paperwork proves to be a document from an actual Supreme Court case that debates the legality of promoting child pornography.
The brand ended up apologizing. But what was the point of using this to promote clothes and accessories? There are dozens of cases with tasteless images being put on the runway.
A model has staged a silent protest at Milan's Fashion Week, calling out Gucci for designs that resembled straitjackets.
Is this really art or just a way to get people talking? And of course, the way they treat models during these fashion weeks and campaigns is just not okay.
Like tears were streaming down my face because for like 2 hours he was trying to braid my hair.
My agency told me that the response from my first day of castings for shows was that I had gained too much weight and was unusable for the shows.
Listen, I understand why people value luxury. For some, it's a material way to show that you have worked hard to earn money, worked hard to save, or even worked hard just to be valued. But true success is not shown by status or by the things you own. True success is being able to choose investing in things that reflect your values. Values like respect, compassion, and honesty. So the next time you're about to buy luxury, ask yourself, is this really worth it?